Thank you. I'm a boat builder, not a scientist. You have to bear with me. But I see a real problem that needs to be solved. A few problems that need to be solved. And I agreed to speak here because I saw it as an opportunity to address people who are more educated than I am and are very passionate being out here in the rain, but to realize that there's a connection between research and learning new, gaining new knowledge, and what I do is taking knowledge that already exists and turn it into some applied, useful product, in this case, tidal turbines. When it comes to new knowledge, that falls directly onto the research realm, and that's what we're here to make sure it gets funded. And that's something that the private sector, standing on its own, doesn't do because it's too risky. And it's those areas of high risk and high gain that public funding has to step in. And NASA's a prime example of that. You wouldn't have SpaceX and Elon Musk if NASA didn't do the groundbreaking. And you wouldn't have Microsoft, you wouldn't have Apple if the original research wasn't done, government supported, DARPA, to create microprocessors. And what's missing is the connection between research and job growth, which are intimately intertwined. And I think that the argument has to be made that it's incredibly short-sighted to think that cutting research dollars is somehow going to improve job growth, when it's completely the opposite. Silicon Valley is a prime example of that. And I think the issue is that right here, Northeast, Silicon Valley, Chicago, Austin, we're living in bubbles. You guys are all smart people. You're all here because you believe in what's being said. The speakers prior to me spoke very eloquently, accepting in the crowd that we have real problems, we need to address them, we need to support science. But this is a democracy. It's one person, one vote. And you guys are outnumbered as a result of the last election. And you're outnumbered because the spread of critical thinking throughout the country, not just in the bubbles, is limited. Education's limited, critical thinking is limited, and I have a big long speech here, but to me the most important thing is getting the word out beyond the bubbles. There has to be an appreciation for science and research and getting the message out there through the media, through events like this, in Kansas and Indiana and Texas and Louisiana and all those places where, you know, they voted with their hearts, and I understand it, and they voted with the information they were given, and they're voted by watching the media, and if you don't always get to see the same media, and some you discount. What's missing is getting that word out and making it clear and simple and break it down so anyone at any level can understand it. And that's what's going to drive the decision making in this country, so that the job growth, which has been promised, is realized, because it's going to be realized through research for bridging the gap between the ideas, concepts, new science, and turning that into new products, new businesses, new services. That's where the real job growth is coming from. And it's obvious why this country is in the position it is in the world. It's because it's made those investments in the past. And if we don't do that, we are not going to be the leading country in the world for long. And if we exclude the extremely bright people that came here from all over the world, because this was the Mecca, we're going to lose that leadership position. So young or old, but especially the young people here, and I see some of the people that work with me on this project we did this past summer, which was with Brown, worked together with them. We built an underwater turbine, 2 of them. We hit our numbers with those underwater turbines, which is amazing. We did it with Brown students in the Cape Cod Canal, and we made an underwater turbine that will generate power from the moving tides, which is clean, no gas burning, no coal, no nuclear fallout. But that's a project that's in its infancy. It's too risky for any private person to fund. It was government funded. We built it. It worked. It's got to go to the next level, which is going to require more funding because it's still risky. And those are the type of projects they're in their infancy now, but they need growth. They need fertilizer. They need to be nurtured with some good brain power and good funding in order to turn them into something real. That's a real industry. And we've done it in the past. We can do it going forward, but it takes everyone pulling in the same direction. We're in the same boat. We got to pull on an oar. We got to pull in the same direction. Otherwise, we're not going to go anywhere. So it's not Republican. It's not Democrat. It's getting nationally an understanding, critical thinking, education, and getting you guys out in the other parts of this country where they don't understand the impact of what votes have been taken and where it's heading us now. And it's a scary place where we're headed. This is really heartening to see this turnout here to turn it around. We just need more of this elsewhere in the red states as well as the blue. Thank you.